Hello everybody and welcome to a new movie reaction. So this week I am quite happy to be renewing with a cinema that I am more familiar with. Because obviously I'm not an expert at all of the anime genre, so it's quite difficult for me to comment as a filmmaker on them, but Bird Box seems to fall right into my alley. I'm on the Wikipedia page of the movie right here. Do not worry, I'm not reading anything story related, but it is more for a technical readout because although I must say I'm not familiar at all with Susan Byer's work. I'm quite happy to see that Eric Isera wrote the screenplay for this movie. Eric Isera has also been the writer for Denis Villeneuve's excellent adaptation of Arrival, starring Sandra Bullock, one of my all-time favorites, Trevante Rhodes, revealed in the really great movie of Barry Jenkins, Moonlight, Sarah Paulson, loves Sarah Paulson, who doesn't like Sarah Paulson, and the very legendary John Malkovich. So we have a really great cast, a really great writer here. I can only expect to have a really great movie. I hope so. Like I said, I'm not familiar with Susan Byer's director work, but I'm really curious to discover her and see if she has a particular touch to her filmmaking style. Now, Bird Box, what do I know about this movie? Nothing really. Well, I do think that I happen to know that it is a post-apocalyptic movie, thrillery. Well, here's the thing, I don't know if this is supposed to be a thriller or a horror movie. I've not even seen the trailer for this movie. The only thing I saw of it was Sandra Bullock and fog. I think so. So I don't even know if this is supposed to be, something about zombies or humans killing each other or monsters, aliens. I don't know anything about this. But I'm quite happy. Bird Box is going to be the very first movie in a long series of overdue movies that I have been postponing for myself, and so that have been on my list for a really long time. This movie reaction has been chosen by all of you guys. I posted a poll for you to decide if I was going to react either to Ocean's 11, Bird Box, 21 Jump Street, and others. And this one really won by very little, so thank you very much for all of you guys for participating into these polls, for watching these reactions. That is really nice also to be able to interact with you down below in the comment section. And so yes, with Bird Box we're going to be coming back to a cinema that I am more familiar with, that I'll be able to comment a little bit more on a filmmaking standpoint. Because, like I said, it's a cinema that I'm definitely more familiar with as a filmmaker. And so yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. So without any further ado, we're gonna jump right in. Let's go.
If I find that you have, I will hurt you. Do you understand? And no talking on the river.
Starting the talking with the camera face towards her is quite compelling. We are receiving this speech before we see that she's actually talking to really small children. It adds more to the severity of it all.
31, 32, 33.
So counting the steps, okay. So is there something she's not supposed to see, I suppose? Every time I see her, I need to smile.
Airports and train stations have shut down. Estimated death toll is in the tens of thousands.
Don't yet know what is causing the mass suicides in Europe and Russia.
On a screenwriting standpoint, it's really interesting because we get to learn as much as the character, well, at the same time as the character. While often, just like by the way in Train to Busan, you get to learn about the zombie thing before the characters do. I didn't catch that.
I think we should go feel sorry for ourselves with lunch and a bottle of wine.
Finally, now you're making some sense.
Good. Really? In front of me?
Wait, we didn't.
Okay, so that was the point of seeing her.
Oh my god. Oh my god, what the fuck is that?
Oh, she's seeing something. Oh fuck.
What are you doing? Oh my god.
Nice use of the sound mixing, isolating the sound of the car from all the wreck, the glass debris. Oh fuck! And they showed it. Prompts on you guys.
Keep your eyes down. Keep your eyes down.
Wow. Okay, so there's something you're not supposed to see. We get it now.
Hello?
No, the only thing that will happen soon is we're all gonna die soon. Or Iran.
Douglas, that's it. They don't know what it is yet.
The horse callback.
We were running up the street, and I swear to God, I felt.
I feel like John Malkovich always has the role of the character who's, you know, you're quite unsure about him, always.
Social media, use radio.
What the shit is happening?
Oh, it's the guy from Get Out, right?
Okay.
Listen, are you in any pain? I feel like you may have a concussion.
I'm
Okay,
fine. I'm fine.
Okay.
I am fine.
Okay.
These are really close and blurry shots. So, gets you into the bubble.
I didn't see what it was, but then she got this look on her face.
So it's been really great because only Sandra Bullock's character was talking, yet you could have the reaction from Trevant's character, even though he wasn't talking. The other character's reactions to what your talking character is saying is as important as what is being said. Bird Box.
Hello, can anybody hear me? Hello?
The birds indicate the danger.
Okay, 1 second.
Hey! Move.
A blind shot.
Yeah, before you kill someone with this, since you have no idea how it works.
She has skills.
Maybe we can see better than we thought. We have cameras around the house.
Maybe if you don't directly get the thing, basically like the basilisk in Harry Potter. It's a really nice shot where she was at the forefront and Trevante got in the back, and then John Malkovich came in.
Where are you, motherfucker?
So apparently something's going to happen, or so says the music. Okay. Okay, so not like the basilisk. Oh!
Take your goddamn blindfold off!
Oh no.
I've seen the truth!
It's really interesting that shows of shots in this sequence, because personally I prefer that they would have stuck with Sandra Bullock's chaotic experience and not gone with from a bird's eye view.
Shit, Charlie, breathe. Charlie, breathe.
Hold on to something! Gonna move!
Good call.
You have arrived.
Comical timing.
What about you? Where did you grow up?
Sure. Could have been your babysitter.
Oh. Little
We could just stay here.
And what are they gonna do with Greg? Starve?
There is no statistical, logical, or legal argument for trying to get back there.
This is a legitimate discussion.
You guys, there's something wrong.
The birds aren't liking it.
Let it in! I want you to see it! Let it in!
Oh,
Charlie.
bye, Charlie.
And then Lydia. But I'm here and she's gone, and you know why that is? Because in the end, there are only two types of people, the assholes and the dead.
About the assholes and the dead? I hope there is more.
Living. Yeah. Assholes and the dead, apparently. And these assholes are probably dead. Oh!
I know you're cold.
There's a little editing thing that is bothering me. I'm going to talk a little more about the editing at the end of the movie. So this is the first time that we're leaving Sandra Bullock now, coming back to the kids. Well, we've somewhat had that, you know, with the cop and the junkie, but as they left, but here it's quite drastic. Blindfolds on. Oh. You saw the leaves.
Something is wrong with Molly.
With Mallory. Okay. Okay, oh. I almost saw something else happening.
Molly?
She's not screaming.
What do you do? You save yourself. Say it. Say it.
I saved myself.
You save yourself.
Thank you. It's my brother.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
God, okay. Okay.
She messed up.
Thank you.
The music is saying it's okay.
If something happens to me, I want you to take care of my baby. Okay?
No, it's your
Mallory.
baby. No.
Oh, is that what's happening? We get it now, folks.
One of you is going to have to look.
Wow.
Because if I look, we won't make it.
I'll do it.
No. I'm the one who will say who looks, okay? I say it.
The thing with that, obviously, if one of the kids sees something and gets crude, they still have a chance. Well, her and the other kid still have a chance. If she looks and she gets crude, the kids don't stand a chance. Oh. Her too.
I can do the water.
We'll do the water.
Together, yes. That's funny. Oh, that guy is gonna pop off. Yeah, the scene's supposed to be disturbing, you know, the classical music, the pregnant woman scream, the creepy drawings, the calm character. It's like a package. And the birds. It's a package for creepiness. Oh. So yeah, the music tricked us. It's basically what happened. Oh, normally she'd be fine as long as she's not looking, right?
Look at this.
I'm like, no, Olivia, cover the baby's eyes.
Yep.
1 minute. Let me have her 1 minute, okay?
So really great because it's not relying on visual creepiness, but more on the sound, which is quite rare. Because usually this type of scenes happen in the dark or something like this.
Look at me!
Nice. I really thought he had a chance, but...
Hey.
You're not gonna talk about it.
What's wrong?
I heard some of them again.
Okay.
What?
Don't know.
What's this?
I was thinking like a warning system for the kids, you know, if they're in trouble, ring the bell.
The kids are just next to you.
Hello? We have a place, a compound, with enough supplies.
Do we trust this guy or not?
Wait, the river?
Float downstream. You need to see clearly.
That's our what? Rick?
So everything is now explained to us. We got all the answers, except what are these creatures, etc. But that's not really the point. But now what we only have to look forward to is them getting past the rapids.
We'd all play in the water. All the kids, all the children would all just run up and down the shore.
The other children in the wall?
Guess what we saw when we got to the top?
Boy, girl, time for bed. Right now. Bed. What are you doing? So that they survive.
Surviving is not living, Mal!
Well, they're gonna die if they listen to you.
Life is more than just what is, it's what could be, what you could make it. You need to promise some dreams that may never come true.
I get both sides. This will have to be something to be discussed at the end.
Can I help you?
I don't think so, friend.
Hey, got a woman and 2 kids over here.
Wow, he's got skills.
They won't hurt you. On the contrary.
He's gonna sacrifice himself to stop him. Last second. Yep. I really love the use of the sound in this movie.
Listen to me. I'm only gonna say this once.
Yeah, and we're back at the beginning of the movie. This is a really tough character from the very beginning. There's always been a really tough character.
Nobody's looking. Okay, nobody's looking.
That was an option. That was an option.
Hold tight. Hold tight, don't let go. We're gonna be okay.
Yeah, I was wondering. That's why I was doing this. I was wondering if we were gonna have a callback to the bicycle bell. That little girl is surprisingly always really calm and it's almost creepy, you know.
Look at me.
Can I really take off my blindfold?
Boy!
It's safe?
No, that's not me!
Wearing headphones could hear the creaking sound from one ear to the other.
Boy, girl, where are you? Don't take my children! Do not take my children!
Oh, should you trust that bell ring?
She's scared of you.
What?
She's scared of you.
I shouldn't have ended Tom's story. He saw us together, and we have to be together. And it's not just a story.
It's a really moving moment, but I must say I'm not really sure about the music on top.
It's too loud!
Oh, this is that part is nerve-wracking. Ooh. Okay. Okay, people, nice.
Mallory?
Who's that? Why can't we see Rick?
You're inside and you're safe.
Is that Gary? Oh, okay. I was afraid for a moment that it was gonna be Gary. Okay. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Oh! Is that the doctor? Ah.
Actually.
Uh-huh. Oh, the names for the... Oh!
Your name is Tom.
Interesting choices. Bird Box. Yes, so the title that totally makes sense now. Because I didn't really quite question it before watching the movie, but of course it was quite mysterious. I really love the movie, and I think it was really, really well done. Mr. Eisner did not disappoint with this screenplay. Love the performances. Terrific performances from everybody, and I love that ending. I really loved how it was done, and so just because we ended the movie, I'm going to talk about this, the ending. Obviously the character is coming to accept the fact that she's going to be able to live a life, because I say accept because she was really refusing to believe this. It's not that she did not have hope, it's that she was refusing to have any kind of hope, because to her this was a desperate situation, and so she was really self-conscious about it. And so the fact that she did not name the kids and she did not define herself as their mom, I understand, you know, you think that things are not gonna last, so you don't want them to be dependent on you or to have any kind of attachments anywhere. That's understandable, but just like Tom said, you might want to just give them hope, because what's life otherwise? Surviving is not living, which is totally it. And I was quite surprised by the name that she gave them at the very end, because I remember Olympia giving her names that she was thinking about. Cinderella, Ella, there was also Ariel, I remember, and there was a third one. But she didn't give her, at least, any of these names. She named her Olympia, and boy, she named him Tom, so... Still, I think Tom, they had a discussion about names, and the name that he would have wanted to give his kids, or at least her, she told about this at some point. So I was really surprised that she would go with Olympia and Tom, but it's nice, and the fact that we got to see Dr. Lapalme, yeah, at the end of the movie is quite nice, because she is the one who talked to her years ago about becoming a mom, and said kind of makes sense that she'd be here for the time that she definitely gets to have kids. So that was that was really, really nice. I wanted to talk about the editing a little bit, because something quite, it's not detrimental, you know, to the movie really, as for a casual viewer, but as a filmmaker, it kind of disturbed me. It's the use of wide shots at moments. When you're in tense moments, just like in the rapids, or when they were fighting the guy in the river as well, and even when they were driving the car in the city. It was really great that we got to have their point of view. You know, we were with them, it was chaotic, the camera was chaotic, or even, you know, I mentioned when she was with her sister in the car before her sister died. The camera was at eye level, you know, it was there with them, the same level, we living the same thing as them. Sometimes we got to see exactly what they were seeing. It was quite subjective. But in the editing, they came to place wide shots, bird's eye view shots, crane shots, shots from far away or shots from above. And it kind of bothered me because as much as it contributes some in some way into the action and to going in, going out, it's still going out of it. And so to me, during this instance, you're no longer really with the character. You might still be tensed by the scene because you still see trouble, you know, whatever it is. But you're no longer with the character during these 2 seconds. You're no longer with the character. So to me, as a filmmaker, I would have rather have them just stick with the characters and have the same confusion as them. If you've seen my Edge of Tomorrow reaction, I'm talking about this. That's what they've been going for in Edge of Tomorrow. The difference being in Edge of Tomorrow, to me, the camera was just a little too chaotic to really just have a sense of what might be happening, because that, to me, is kind of detrimental. So it's really a matter of finding the right balance. You know, it's all about balancing. You want chaos, but you don't want just flashes of images, you know. But yeah, so that's what was a little bothering to me in the editing regarding these action scenes. So regarding the sound, the use of the sound in this movie was really terrific. I don't know how it was in the theater. Tell me down below what your experience in theaters was, because you know, there's different kind of sound system when you're in the cinema. But here, as you know, I'm watching with headphones. I'm watching this on Netflix, and I don't know if Netflix really seeks to exploit it a lot, but I found that this movie lacked the use of stereo. So I don't know if this has to do with the platform itself, or if it has to do with the specific mixing that's been retained for the platform, for the digital use, or if that is just something that comes from the initial work on the movie. You know, when the director worked on the movie, maybe she didn't decide to do this as much. But yeah, I would have liked to have a little more use of the stereo. I mentioned it at the end of the movie when we had the creaking sound of the woods, but I thought it would have been the perfect movie to exploit that, because when you're having a scenario where your characters are essentially relying on the sound to spatialize themselves, their environment, and it drives their actions, that would be the perfect movie to exploit, you know, a sound that's coming more from this way or more from that way. I understand the idea of surround, you know, sometimes you just have to have the sound equally everywhere, so you're definitely lost. But in how things are really done, when you want to confuse your audience, you don't. The better thing, in my opinion, to do is not to put the sound everywhere around you, but, you know, to switch from one side to another. So yeah. Tell me down below in the description if you've seen this movie in theaters, what your experience was like, because I'm really curious to know about this. By the way, thinking about it, as the sound is not that much considered as a just plainly, the sound is not that much considered in a lot of movies, while it is a real element of the storytelling, as the shot is, as the performances, as just the action in general is. And sometimes directors mistreat the sound by just considering it as a tool. You're watching a movie, they're just like, okay, so there's sound, but that's just it. It's not, they do not work it as an art, as just like I said, as an element of storytelling in and of itself. Sometimes, or every time, all the time, when people ask me why I chose cinema, I happen to like visual arts, I happen to love music, I did drama as well, so everything of this was compact in the cinema. Visual arts, you work with the camera, shaky shot, crane, steadicam, whatever you want. Performance, well, you have your range of performance is as range as your casting is. But the sound, not enough directors are exploiting the sound in a unique way, or with particular sounds, or using the sound as elements for transitions and everything like this. And in this movie, it was the perfect movie to do that. So yes, I think they've done a tremendous job, a terrific job on isolating sounds. You got the glass debris, you got the screeching car envelope, at the beginning of the movie. You got the creaking of the woods, you got the echoing voices, the distorted voices, you got the wind, you've got the water, you've got the muffled sounds, you've got the low frequencies, the high frequencies. It's really worked well on that way, but yeah, I'm just disappointed on the stereo side of things. But a really great job on the sound. Now, thinking about it, I don't know if it's that much is done, if this is part of Eric Eiserer's trademark, but knowing that he also wrote the adaptation for Arrival sound has always a huge impact on the identity of Arrival. So I don't know if this is a trademark of him. I'd be curious of that. If there's some of you down there, because I'm talking about the comment section, who happen to know more of Eric Eiserer's work, tell me down below what you would think. But here the sound had a very important role, so it had in Arrival. So I'm seeing this. Regarding the director of this movie, Susan Beer, I don't know, sorry. She really did a great job. It's not a movie where there are different types of directors. There are directors who have their own style, just like Quentin Tarantino. I mean, you see a Quentin Tarantino movie, it's a Tarantino movie. But there are other directors who do great movies, but they don't necessarily, or a Michael Bay movie, it's a Michael Bay movie. But there are directors that do not have a particular trademark, but they're doing great movies. Martin Scorsese, apart from the fact that these certain type of movies that he's interested in, you couldn't say that he has a particular trademark in his movies. It's not like Wes Anderson. You see a Wes Anderson movie, the flat image, if I could say so, the pastel colors, pastel and vibrant colors. So, but yeah, here I couldn't say that I identify a style to Susan Bier, but I would say that she has evident skills in directing. Both the performances, I mentioned at some point there was this thing where Susan Bullock was at the forefront, and then Trevon Rhodes, I'm sorry if I'm saying bad these names, by the way, but was going at the back, and then he went out of the depth of field, and then John Malkovich walked in and it filled the space. It's really great blocking. You know, blocking is when you decide how the actors are going to move and what's going to be happening in your scene. It's great blocking, and it's really using your shot. By the way, we had here the 2.35 or 2.39 ratio, and that is definitely one of the hardest to feel, because you need to feel your actions, you know, on the wide, not that much on the height, but on the wide, and so it's not always that easy. So she made a really great job to not make the shot feel empty, you know, or out of place. Now, nice transition regarding the shots. You could see mainly the difference in the scenes between Tom and Mallory when they were talking. There were close shots, really small depth of field, meaning there was a lot of blur behind it. It made for the characters to be isolated from the rest, and just like I said during the movie, they have these bubbles, you know, where they're talking. It's like a safe space where they're naked to each other, basically. They're talking, sharing about their lives, and during this instance, they slightly escape from the rest of the reality. I couldn't say if the other characters shared the same, because we didn't get to see anything else that wasn't Mallory related, but we definitely know that these two were connecting, and the development of the movie made it quite obvious, evidently, but we could already see that from the get-go. And there was barely no music on these sequences, unless maybe one at the end or something like this. But the fact that there is no music just makes it more compelling, you know, because you're taking the raw emotions just like this. Which is why I was not so sure at the end of the movie when Sandra Bullock was talking to the kids, trying to get girl to come back to her. I know I was too harsh, etc., etc. There was a slight music in the background, and I wasn't so sure about that music, because I think it would have been way more poignant, I think is the word, more crude and, you know, heartbreaking, in my opinion, if there hadn't been any music behind it, just to have the raw emotions of Sandra Bullock at this instant, because she's really crying her lungs out, I think is the expression. So I would have liked not to have any music on this, but they got music. It's okay, it can get people, but yeah, in my opinion it was regarding the music now. I'm doing really nice transitions in this review, I think. Regarding the music, really great use of the music. Just like I said during the movie, there is different use of the music to indicate your spectator that something bad's gonna happen, or that something is good here, or to lower down your guard, because basically they placed the music on Gary, definitely made to let us feel as the situation was gonna be okay with him, that we could trust him, but we couldn't. So it was a really nice lure, because personally, and this is how I use the music in my work, and I think this is how a lot of other directors use it as well, but here I can only speak for myself, obviously. I use it as a way to reveal the nature of things. When something is happening on screen, it rarely appears as it really is. Meaning when a character is a total asshole, just like John Malkovich's character, I may use the music in order to maybe underline the trauma of the character, or, you know, something that may be in his character but that you don't see right now. You know, a character that is really angry, sometimes it's because they're sad deep in their heart. So while the character is angry and cursing and anything you want, I may want to play sad music just for that. So this is why sometimes I tend to trust maybe a little too much the music, just like here I've been deceived by the music on Gary. But this is my take on the music in most movies. So this is why sometimes I rely on the music, which is why maybe at times you're not seeing me that tensed up about a scene, because of the music that came before or that is coming just during the scene leads me to believe that there is no really need to be tensed up. So that's why sometimes I may not be freaking out or things like this, because for most as a filmmaker I'm enjoying things, you know, as a regular viewer. I'm also paying close attention to the craft and knowing some of the tricks. I'm not that easily embarked into the story, but it depends. It really depends. So yeah, Bird Box 2018 movie. It was really nice, and the fact that we never got to see what those creatures was, what it was about, totally fine by me. Totally fine by me, because that was not the point of the movie. The point of the movie was just to see these humans survive. You don't care about what the creatures want. You don't care what these creatures look like. You don't care where they come from, how it came to be, how they can't be defeated. The point of the movie was never to defeat the creatures. It was to escape them and to go live your life. And so totally fine by me. If I would be to oppose it to Captive State, if you've seen, that's maybe the most recent one I've seen regarding aliens, apart from Edge of Tomorrow. But Edge of Tomorrow was different. There was no real mystery on the nature of the aliens. But yeah, in Captive State, the aliens, you barely get to see them, but you're somewhat led to believe that this is important to get to see them, and in fact you don't really get to see them. It's a movie that is more about human relationships in a revolution. Sorry, by the way, if I'm spoiling, but so yeah, I thought in Captive State you were wrongfully led to believe that you would get to understand the aliens, while in the end the question is never answered. So that one was kind of, I would say, disappointing to me. And it is not that I would have wanted to learn more about the aliens, that it is definitely, the movie definitely wants you to think, or it wrongfully indicates you that you're going to learn more about them, and you definitely never do. So it leaves you deeply frustrated at the end of the movie. And sometimes frustration to end a movie is great, but not when it's a matter of a miss rather than the director wanting you to be frustrated about a particular point. But anyways, there's a lot more I could talk about in this movie, like the characters themselves, their persona, the relationship they had, some symbolism that there was in how events developed, you know. But not going to do it here, because otherwise I'm going to talk for an extra hour. But yeah, these were my general thoughts on Bird Box. Just like always, feel free to ask any question down below in the comments. I'd be more than happily responding to as many as I can, because I'm trying to reply to as many comments as I can. It's not always that easy. Well, it's not that easy at all. But yeah, leave that video a thumbs up if you liked it. Next movie, I don't know what it is. I basically almost choose a movie 1 week after the other. I have a list, but depending on my mood when I'm about to film the reaction, you know, I may switch. Because it really depends on my mood, you know. I'm not gonna, I have a list of movies I'm gonna watch, but I don't know. And sometimes I'm gonna do polls if I don't know, just to know what you guys would be interested in. Tell me, by the way, if you'd like me, just like always, to talk more about the craft or not. I'm trying not to pause the movie anymore when I'm watching it, but sometimes there is a lot to say, so sometimes I'm speaking really fast in order to pack enough of the commentary so it doesn't spill on other scenes that I need to pay attention to as well. But so sometimes I don't have the opportunity to say everything that I would want to say. So this is why I say see you at the end of the video, or this is why sometimes I just don't talk about it. So yeah, tell me if you want more, if you want a bit less. And I know people have asked both. So yeah, but for the moment I'm just doing it like I feel it. Because it's not easy, you know, to watch a movie and to react to it and to comment. Besides, since I'm not doing the general commentary stuff of just saying wow. Yes. So that was my reaction to Bird Box. Oh, just final thing. I was kind of disappointed that we didn't get to see Sarah Paulson a little more, because I really love the character. Well, the actress, sorry. It was great that we had to get her in this role, but she has such a great talent. I was so excited at the idea to see her, and we got so little of her, so yeah, but really enjoyed the movie. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Just like always, I'm gonna wish you a very nice week, or a very nice anything, because obviously you can watch this video whenever you want. I'm gonna be seeing you in the next one, and until then, take care. Bye.